Hey everyone, welcome back to more SWGOH Shorts. So before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, I really appreciate it. Leave some comments down below after the video if you have any thoughts on what we're about to talk about. So what I wanted to talk about today was preloading. So is preloading good or is it bad? Well, the answer might surprise you. The answer is not black and white. It really depends. Depends on, what type of preloading that you're talking about. I did a video last year on preloading when it comes to territory wars, which is the bad way to preload. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put a link somewhere up there. So go ahead and check that video out. That just kind of explains, what we typically mean when people are saying preloading. But what I wanted to talk about today was preloading when it comes to territory battles. So, you know, preloading when it comes to territory battles is a way for guilds that are maybe a bit smaller, maybe are growing, to help maximize the stars or maximize the rewards and the points they can get from a territory battle. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my guild here. So I'm in a guild about 350 million. We just reduced a bit because we booted some people that were inactive, but 350, 351 million. We're currently doing the Rise of the Empire territory battle 2 times per month. So, um, our guild, by doing this TB, we do pretty good. I think, we outperform our GP compared to many other guilds. So I think so far our record is 24 stars. We have the possibility of getting 25 stars, but it really requires the entire guild to participate and follow instructions. So what I wanted to show is, what do I mean by preloading? So here we're currently in the process of doing a TV. We're in phase 4 of 6 of Rise of the Empire. And if you look kind of at the map here for my guild, you'll notice that, on the left side, on the dark side zone, we've got 3 stars on the basically the first zone, so the Relic 5 zone. And we're currently working on the Relic 6 or the second zone, even though we're in phase 4. In the mixed, in the middle zone that has the Revis shards there, we're on the third zone, but again, phase 4. And on the light side, we're also on the third zone. So why do we do it this way? We're not going to try to do one zone every time to get up to the top one. The top ones are going to require you to have basically full teams of Relic 8, Relic 9 characters, which we don't have. So we want to do our best to try to maximize the stars that we can get on some of these lower zones. And to do that, we need to preload. So for example, what we did during phase 1 on this light side zone, because we can do a lot of these ops here, we actually can do all of the ops here. We were able to get 3 stars during phase 1 on this zone. We were also able to get 3 stars on mixed during phase 1. This was the first TV that we were able to do that. Previously, we were preloading light side and dark side and only getting 3 stars on mixed. But we're able to, increase our territory points mainly by getting more ops. So after phase 1, we had 6 stars. The mixed and the light side were capped, and we had the dark side zone to still try to get some stars, but we had put our excess, GP in those zones. So what does it mean to preload? So now again, we're in phase 6. We already have 15 stars. You can see there's 3 zones that are open for us. Now, for us to maximize our stars, we actually are not going to be able to star any of these during this phase. So what we've done, our officers have basically set instructions on, what we want people to do. So here I am in the light side zone. We want our guild to basically preload this zone up to 180 million GP. Right now it's at 56. So 180 will basically be 10 million less than what's required to get that first star, meaning that we'll still be able to contribute to this in the next phase. So how we want people to contribute, we want people to make sure that they're doing the operations that we can. I think in this zone, we can only complete 1 op because of the characters required. So we're only going to be able to do this 1 op, but that'll give us 10 million or 11 million territory points. So it's quite important for us to do that. And then the rest, we'll attempt the battles where we can. They don't really give as many territory points as the previous Geonosis or Hoth territory battles did. So the focus for ROTE is to really focus on the ops. But this preloading concept works on the old territory battles as well. In the mixed zone, again, we know we have our instructions to preload. We didn't set a specific thing, but again, 190 million GP is what's required to get the first star, so 180 is where we will cap it. And then on the dark side, again, preload this up to 140. We don't want to reach the 148 million threshold to get that first star. So what this means is that after this phase is over, going into phase 5, we're still going to have 15 stars, but we'll be able to get 6 stars in the next phase. Okay, so that's going to put us at 21 stars overall. So 2 of these 3 zones will be able to get those 3 stars. One of those 3, we're just going to block it, so no one will be able to deploy. We're not going to get that star. And then in phase 6, what we'll do is we'll get the 3 stars on whatever the last one is, and we'll attempt to get 1 or 2 stars in one of these further zones out. So preloading basically helps you to get up to, again, let's take this example. If we preload this to 140 million, we're going to be 8 million GP short of the first star. But then to go in the next phase from 0 to 3 stars, we're basically only going to need, 170 million GP more instead of the entire 316. So that's what preloading in territory battles means. I think it's really a vital strategy if you guys want to maximize your rewards. Again, when this territory battle came out earlier this year, we were around 330 million GP as a guild, so we've increased by about 20. We were getting 17 stars, just we were working on the strategy, but we quickly were able to increase that to 21, 22, 23, and now 24. So with a shot at 25. So this is a key way for guilds to get better rewards, get higher stars in territory battles. Again, it applies to Hoth, doesn't really matter, but Geonosin, if you're still doing that, and definitely Rise of the Empire. Even if you're a 450 million GP guild, you're probably going to have to preload some zones because you're not going to be able to 3-star all of these zones. Even in light side Geo, no one was able to max out the territory battle. So we just wanted to talk about that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your feedback below, and I'll see you in the next episode.